Hello and welcome to our final newsletter for Term 3. Now, parents, I know that I keep saying this at the start of every newsletter, that it's been a busy term, and it really has been a massive term for our college. Now, I know that it's been 4 years since we've been doing these video newsletters, and I think it's time has come to spice it up a little, to to get other people to talk to you rather than just myself. So in this newsletter, we're going to try something different. We're going to introduce 2 new segments. A segment where you're going to hear from a teacher and about what they're doing brilliantly in their classrooms. And we're also going to talk to one of our students, okay? Students who are achieving in sport, academics, so we'll mix it up. So I hope that you will enjoy not having to listen to me for the full duration of the newsletter. So, what's happened since we last spoke? Well, we've had the book week, which happened in week 6. And book week, the highlight for me was the book parade. I'm sure many of you have seen the images on our Facebook page, how the kids enjoyed it, how the teachers got dressed up, and how I was dressed up as Superman. I love that. I love those events where we come together as a community and we have a bit of fun. And then in week 7 and 8, we had the Father's Day breakfast. And can I commend you on the response we've got from that invitation? We had over 1,000 fathers turn up. Can you believe that? 1,000 fathers. So much so that we had to split it over 2 days, the Friday and the Monday. And then last Friday, we had our college feast day. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It was the first time that we managed to fit the whole school into our performance hall. And that was an experience that I'm sure your children came home and spoke about. But I know that it's very topical out there in the staff room. They can't, just the whole sense of the community coming together to work collaboratively. Just brilliant. What's coming up? Well, again, it never stops. In term 4, we have a series of orientation days. We have year 9 to 11, the class of 2023, year 9 to 11, their orientation is on the 7th of November. 2 days later, on the 9th of November, we have year 7 orientation. And then on the 15th and the 22nd of November, we have the kindergarten orientation. Just noting that the kindergarten orientation takes place on over 2 separate days. And then in week 3, we have the commissioning of our inaugural school captains. So that's plenty to look forward to.
So today I've got Ruari from Year 5 with me, and Ruari's going to talk about his recent sporting achievements. So Ruari, tell us about what's been happening with you lately.
So what's been happening, I've been doing cross-country work and I've made it so far to nationals, and it was up in Adelaide, so we flew there, and it was like a week we had to be there for. So Friday was our walk the course to know it, and then Saturday was our race day. I was very nervous for it, but my mum just said get through it. So I raced as hard as I could and I came 4th, and I was really happy with myself. So yeah.
So that's 4th in the nation for cross country. That's a huge achievement. Tell me what you have to do to get to that level. What kind of training are you doing?
Oh, it's hardcore work. It's 7Ks a session, 4 days a week, 3 days a week. So yeah, it's very hard.
And do you train, only in the sunny times, or
No.
what happens then?
So if it's raining, sprinkling, we still train. If it's raining, we still train. But if it's like really hard rain, we stop. But if it's sunny, we just train because our coach wants from the best of us. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about what's coming up for you and where are you going with this? What's the next competition?
So the next competition is the Athletics Carnival, and it's MacKillop and Paulding. That's just the Catholic systems, and I want to make it to nationals for it. So that's my goal for athletics.
So goal setting is really important, it sounds like, to you. Do you always have your next goal and where you're going?
Yeah, I want to be an Olympic runner when I'm older for the Commonwealth Games. So yeah, because I always watch it and I want to be there one day.
So watch this space. Santa Sofia, Ruari gets to go to the Olympics. That's where we're heading. That's the big picture goal. And the next goal is to make it to nationals. So look, we wish him all the best, our wonderful sporting legend of School of Connect. Watch this space and we'll report back in some of our further newsletters as to how he's going, and watch the social media pages. But this one's one to watch. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome to one of our brand new segments in our newsletter this term. This segment focuses on the teacher, and we get to speak to a different teacher in each segment, and we get them to unpack with you, the parents, one of the highlights of in their teaching. This morning I'm joined by Louis Tiglao. Welcome, Louis.
Thanks, Mark.
So Louis is our current instructional coach in science. Louis also has a passion for photography and videography. And I'm going to hand over to you now, Louis, to share with our community one of your highlights or two of your highlights in your teaching this year.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? This year has certainly been a great year of inquiry learning. I might start with science and talk about what we've done with Year 7. With Year 7 coming in from different schools throughout the diocese and outside of the diocese, getting them to have that inquiry experience within our classrooms, and our new labs have been really great. We've gotten them to do a lot of discussion protocols this year, and as a highlight, it's great to see as an instructional coach the way that these students have been able to embrace that through their conversations and going beyond what they're comfortable with, which is really important from my point of view, and as instructional coaches from our point of view. In terms of what we have done specifically as well within the classes, it's great to see them getting involved with the investigations and the practicals, and it really is a highlight, and it's a continuous highlight all the time when the kids have that joy and like, oh, so this is amazing, this is great. And I know that the Year 7 students can vouch for that when we do dissections, for example. They really love those sort of things, and experiments with chemistry. When things are bubbling, when things are changing color, it gives a smile on my face, and it gives a smile to their face. It gives me a bit of joy, and it gives them joy also. And having the different skill of videography and photography, it's been great also to be able to have those classes. And I appreciate you, Mark, for letting me have run those sessions with those students, because a highlight for sure has been the short film topic that we've done in videography, where the students were given ownership of producing a short film with given parameters, of course, but they've done really well. And the trust goes both ways there, where I trusted them to have access to majority of the facilities of the school with minimal supervision to an extent of course I need to be around as much as I can, but by giving them that ownership, they've really excelled in it. I'd love to really show the school community what they've been able to produce, because it's just some amazing stuff, and I need to keep it secret because some of them are still working on it, but it's been really fun.
Well, there you go. Well done, Louis. You're the first cab off the rank.
No worries, thank you.
In closing, I would like to speak to you briefly about our patron saint, Saint Sophia, and what a marvelous example she is to us all. Sophia, as many of you know, in the Bible means holy wisdom. Wisdom comes first as the grace that assists in the practice of all the other virtues. And here at Santa Sophia, we ask for Saint Sophia's intercessions every single day when we recite the college prayer. And we pray that our staff and our students may have the gift of wisdom. And as we go into these school holidays, I want to leave you with this prayer. It's called the Prayer of Serenity. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you.